Shalom. Shalom, Yesharala. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. It's like it. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. All right, and it's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. And this quick lesson, just gonna get into, man, just pretty much seeking first the kingdom, man. Right, just something I was meditating on, because when you be honest, man, anything down here really that doesn't have to do with the truth really doesn't matter like that, right? Now, when I say that, does that mean that okay, you shouldn't give a damn about your health, or you should just stop exercising? Nah. Of course, if you exercise, great, that's really good. Apostle Paul says, man, bodily exercise profit a little, right? As well as you taking care of your health, man, that's really good, because you got to be able to operate. You got to be able to function in order to serve Yahweh B'Shem Shai, right? It's nothing wrong with doing these good things, but in comparison to doing the work, serving Yahweh B'Shem Shai, it's no comparison, right? You shouldn't be putting working out above doing the work, right? You ain't make a lesson, or you didn't do no kind of studying, but you went to go work out though, right? You went to go work out. You made sure you got that workout done. It got to be that same energy when it comes to serving Yahweh B'Shem Shai, because this is right here, preaching of the word, right, to the saving of your soul, because doing the work is the only thing that's not in vain, right? It says in 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, the last verse, right? But I'm going to go ahead and get this. It's Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. It says, "But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all things shall be added unto you." So you should be seeking first the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, meaning doing the work, right? Whatever the Lord has gifted you with, man, do it, right? Don't be, hey, go read the parable of the 5 talents, man. Don't be that one talent, even though you only have one talent, hit it in a napkin and don't use it. Lord's gonna come back with his and usury, man, right? Lord's gonna come back expecting you to flip his money, in other words, because this is likened onto a business, right? So yeah, man, seeking first the kingdom, and all these things will be there to you, whether it's woman, fame, power, being that guy. You literally get all that in the kingdom, and it's not like we're far from it. The way things are moving, man. You already got Trump finna get ready to implement martial law, right? You can see it because of what these protests, man. Icing you niggas, right? Well, really Northern Kingdom, but it's gonna start happening in Southern Kingdom too. Right, so all these things are happening to create sedition among men, right? So it's like, dang, like, hey, prophecy is moving, man. Straight up, prophecy is moving, popping like popcorn. Things are not finna get better. Things are finna continue to get worse, right? So, and with that being said, what you should be focused on. There's a reason why Lord got the spirit to where brothers are really going harder than ever, man. Brothers are really you got elders, apostles, uploading multiple videos a day on a consistent basis. I'm like, dang, man. Call out Yahweh Shem Shah. I'm at least just able to get one a day, usually. And sometimes, I do a sit down with a brother or something when the opportunity presents itself, to the best of my ability, of course, because all this is to the best of my ability. And that's all part of you seeking first the kingdom, man. You doing the work. You putting the work above your own wants and desires, right? And don't get me wrong, we mess up at times. There's gonna be times when you slip up, but guess what? You gotta fix it though. You gotta fix it. You know, though certain things may not be bad. It's not a sin to do whatever it is. Playing a game, right? Going skating. You know, so these things are not sins, but hey man, but is it expedient or is it, is it good for you? Because it may not be good for you, man. Because the flesh loves to overindulge in things, right? And that's a battle within itself, man. Fighting to not even overindulge in it. Because you might start off like, okay, you're bouncing, I'll say working out and, studying and stuff. You might be starting off that way. But, what the flesh is going to do is going to try to overindulge in it. Okay, now you really trying to make sure you're hitting them exercises, man. Because there's going to be days where you're not going to be able to go to the gym at the time you want. You might have to stay a little later for work, right? Or, you're getting more into the working out scene, which is nothing wrong to get more into it. Of course, there's nothing wrong with getting more into it, but you're getting more into it to the point to where it's taken away from the Lord. You don't want to do that, man. You still want to still be making time for Yahweh B'Shem Shai. It's really what matters. If anything, you should be doing that first to the best of your ability. Whether, it's reading throughout the day, audio book, right? Getting your lesson out before you do all that. Stuff of that matter, man. It's part of you seeking the kingdom first, man. Because Lord's going to give us everything we want and more. So, but it's hard right now, Satan going crazy. Satan messing with brothers' lives. It's getting tough out here, but man, you gotta remember what we fighting for. We're fighting to be ruler, judges, friends of Yahweh Shai ultimately. To be looked at as a friend. Like Yahweh Shai looked at you, hey, that's my homeboy. That's the homie. Right? Just like, man, can you imagine? Because the elect, let alone really the 144,000, man, they're the closest to Yahweh Shai. Right? Now, even if you're just part of the one, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful thing. You're still close to Yahweh Shai. You still be considered as a friend. So don't think that you won't. But who don't want to be part of 144,000, which really the 144,000 is the prophets. That's a consist, nothing but prophets, as far as I know. The 1/3 is gonna consist of men as well, which is believers, usually women and children, right? And guess what? They'll be considered friends of Yahweh Shai because what y'all believe. So these are the things that we're pretty much auditioning for. Right? So of course it's going to be hard. Of course it's not going to be easy. Of course you're going to be tested to your limits. But we got the scriptures to comfort us, and that's why we should be in the scriptures, man. But the scriptures say, man, blessed is he that readeth, man. Right? We're in the time of giving it your all to the best of your ability, man. Right? Because we're in the end. We're in the end of this shit, man. We ain't got too much longer. We ain't got 10 years. Esau be lucky if he got 5. To be honest, or even 2. But the way things moving, man, it can either be this year or next year. Of course, Lord willing, of course, But we're close. And even if it doesn't happen within this year or, next year, continue to serve, man. It is what it is. Do what you got to do. But yeah, continue to seek first the kingdom, man. Right? Serve Yahweh B'Shem Shai to the best of your ability. As scripture said, man, love the Lord with all your might. You love the Lord is keeping his laws, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. Doing what's pleasing unto him. But anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I'm ended out by saying Kal Halal, Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yisrael.